Welcome into the Missoula Prep Sports Network and Fox Sports 1450, or actually 1340 KYLT, the coverage of Loyola basketball. Hi everyone, Chris Stratton in Florence, Carlton High School gym, the home, the Falcons nest. We're going to jump into our starting lineups, and our starting lineups starting with the Florence Falcons. Number 1, Tice Peterson. He is a 5'9" senior. Number 2, a 6'1" senior, Marcus Zeller. Number 11, a 6'4" senior, Dylan Christofferson. Number 22, a 6'2" senior, Brent Stropel. And rounding it out, number 23, the freshman at 6'2", Zach Christofferson. Now for the Loyola Rams. Number 1, a 6'4" junior, Jack Lincoln. Number 2, a 5'10" senior, Scotty Dwight. Number 5, a 5'9" junior, Jacob Hollenbach. Number 21, a 6' senior, David Kopang. And rounding it out, the power in the paint, the Diesel. Number 44, Joe McElroy, a 6'4" senior. Those are your starting lineups for tonight's matchup. The boys are first. We've got a doubleheader tonight with the Falcons and Loyola. The boys are first. Usually it's ladies first, but the boys and the two teams met at Florence, or at Loyola, the first time earlier this year. So now it is the boys' turn to go first. The Breakers, the girls, they will play about 20 minutes after this game finishes up. We'll have that one a bit available for you as well. They're just finishing up their starting lineups as Dylan Christofferson, the Christofferson brothers, playing at the starting positions tonight. Always good to see brothers in the lineup, and they play very well together. Was with them when they went to the Shelby tournament at the beginning of December, and the boys played very well over there. The girls played off the hook and scored very well over there. So it was a lot of fun opening up the season in Shelby with the Florence and Loyola teams. As we get set to go here, Loyola bringing up a good concession of fans as usual for their games. Loyola travels well. It's the Ramily, as they call it, and they traveled very well. We're getting ready for the jump. Kopang to jump against Dylan Christofferson. Everybody is shaking hands as we get ready to go here. Christofferson and Kopang come to the center. And now the official will make his way to center court. Ready for the jump. Whistle is blown. The ball is in the air, and there's the jump. It'll be pushed back into the left side of the court, out of bounds, and it will be controlled by the Rams. Loyola wearing their navy blue jerseys. They've got the Columbia blue white stripes with a white cross on their shorts. Columbia blue name and number with a white outline. It'll be brought up left to right by Hollenbach. Comes to Dwight in the near side. Into the near corner to Kopang. To Hollenbach at the top. To Lincoln. Far corner. Dwight. He'll dribble out to Hollenbach at the top. To Kopang. He'll go into Lincoln on the near baseline. He'll spin out to the top to Hollenbach. Thinks about the three. Gets Peterson in the air. It's poked at on the floor and is picked up by Peterson. He'll push up left to right. It's broken up by Dwight. Stropel with it. Kopang. And off the glass, and it goes in. And to get everybody on the board is Stropel with 2 for Florence. Dwight will bring it up left to right for the Rams. Into Kopang's hands on the near side to Dwight at the top. Tries to get off to Hollenbach. Peterson gets a hand on it, out of bounds, into the Florence student section across from us. I'm perched up above the scorer's table. The Rams bench to the left, the Falcons to the right. Rams are going left to right, though. Into the near far corner for Kopang. Out to the top to Dwight. Dwight into the near corner. Lincoln, he'll drive in. We get a whistle, and they're going to say Lincoln traveled. 7:06 left in the first quarter. Florence with a 2-0 lead. Inbound. Rams are going to show press. 2-2-1. Peterson will break it. Crosses half court on the far side. Dribbles behind his back. and he'll come to the top. Gets a screen, drives into Peterson, bounce pass, and Lincoln will take the pass away. He'll push. Numbers are even. Into the lane, shot off the glass. It'll rattle around, no good. Lincoln gets his own rebound, and we're going to get a whistle. And Jack Lincoln's going to go to the free throw line. Stropel will pick up his first. Lincoln to shoot. First one, slides to the net. Nice high arch for Lincoln. Official says one, bounces it to Lincoln. He'll set his right foot at the line. Shot is in the air. That one slips through. The Rams will tie it off of a pair of free throws at 2. Press once again. Peterson picked up by Kopang. Kopang will back off, and Hollenbach will pick him up. Peterson on the near side. He'll dribble between his legs. Florence in their white jerseys. They've got the maroon and gold stripes down the side, and this one is going to go against Kopang. He'll pick up his first. One apiece on each team. Inbound by Zeller right in front of the Ram bench to the left of us. Bounce pass in. Taking it up. Mack is there. McElroy is there, and he'll draw the foul as Zeller went hard to the hoop. So Joe picks up one, and Zeiler will go to the free throw line. First shot off the front of the rim. Tied at 2. 6:33 left in the first quarter. Zeiler to set for a second. It's in the air. This one with a good backspin, and he'll drop it. 1 for 2 at the line. Makes it 3-2 Florence. They're going to drop into their 1-2-2 zone. Kopang will bring it up left to right. Hollenbach on the far side. Now back to Kopang. Cross court. Lincoln in the far corner. Thought about the 3. Underneath to McElroy. It's poked out. Officials say touched, so no over and back. And Hollenbach will bring it up. Crosses half court on the near side. Goes to the far side to Dwight. Back to Hollenbach at the top. Now Kopang. Kopang feeds it in. Mack off the glass. It won't go. Rebound. Lincoln pokes at it, but it's brought down in the hands of Stropel. He'll get off to Peterson on the far side. He'll stop, waits for traffic. Stropel thinks about the 3. Now comes to the near side in the hands of Dylan Christofferson. He'll get the 3, won't go for him, and Peterson in control. Now to the hoop. Off the glass, no good, and Kopang will push. Florence has got the numbers. He'll stop near side. Now he's going to push it high off the glass. No good. Peterson with the rebound. All by himself is Zeller. Zeller off the glass. It holds on the rim. And we're going to get one. Zeiler for 2. And Kopang will pick up his second. Zeiler will go for 1. The old school 3-point play. Official says 1. Kopang will be subbed out. That'll bring in Burns. Charles Burns. Here's the shot. It'll slip in. Makes it 6-2. Florence. They'll jump into their 1-2-2 zone. Dwight and Hollenbach will play catch. They've got to cross half court. Dwight with the opening. Now he does on the near side. Picked up by a double team. He'll fight through it, but Peterson will come up with the ball. He'll push. Numbers for Florence. Peterson fakes a pass off the glass, and it goes in. Peterson's in the book for 2, and it's 8-2. Florence. 5:14 left in the first quarter. Ball brought up court. Once again pressed by Florence. Hollenbach on the far side. Comes back to Dwight. He'll cross half court on the near side. Bounce pass between the legs of Christofferson, but out of bounds, and it'll go back to Florence. Florence, as I was saying, they've got their white jerseys. They've got the maroon and gold stripes down the sides, a maroon name and number, and a gold outline on those. Peterson goes to the floor. They're going to go high, and Zeiler will pick it up. He'll stop at the free throw line. Everybody backs off, and he'll shoot the jumper. It'll fall in, and Florence takes off 10-2 with 4:54 left. Hollenbach at the top. He'll stand on the beak of the eagle at half court. Dribbles between his legs. He wants motion. Burns comes to the near side, goes to Dwight on the far side. Lincoln in the far corner. Lincoln surveys. He can dribble. Now he'll come to Hollenbach at the top. Hollenbach near side. Burns on to the near corner to Dwight. Dwight will dribble out and out to the top to Hollenbach. Hollenbach picks up his dribble. Lincoln, he thinks about the 3. Peterson moves. Shot, hand in the face by Peterson, and it's rebounded by Zach Christofferson. Zeiler off his own foot, and we're going to get offensive foul against Zeiler. 4:24 left in the first. 10-2. Falcons, game one. Breakers will be up against Florence 20 minutes after this one finishes up. Dwight within the near corner, comes out to Hollenbeck at the top. McElroy will come out to the free throw line. Dwight now in the near side, back to Hollenbeck. He thinks about the three, swings it to Dwight. Dwight will take the three. Shot off the rim, no good. Down in the hands, Hollenbeck will reshoot the three off the rim, and Christofferson will come down with a rebound. Ball brought up very quickly, and Stropel will be fouled. Lincoln will pick up his first, and coach says, let's have a timeout. We'll step aside for 30 seconds as well. Sorry, that was a rough one. I apologize. Welcome back to Fox Sports 1450 and 92.7 KGRZ. Chris Stratton, 1340 KYLT, and the Missoula Prep Sports Network, I should say. So used to doing it on KGRZ, but we have a college basketball game going on, so we have it switched over. Ryan Tyrrell will come in. Dwight will have a seat. So McElroy, Lincoln, Tyrrell, Hollenbeck, and Burns in for the Rams. At the line to shoot his two is Stropel. It'll be his first opportunity today. First one will slide in. Official says one. Bounces it back to Stropel. He'll set his right foot, shot up, and it'll drop in. 12-2, Florence. 3:55 left in the first quarter. Hollenbeck brings it up left to right, crosses half court in the circle. Comes near side to Burns. Burns doesn't see Lincoln. He's open on the backside. Tyrrell, he'll get his man in the air. Now to Hollenbeck. Hollenbeck at the top to Tyrrell on the far side. He'll dribble into the far corner. Picks up his dribble. Out to Hollenbeck on the top on the far side. He'll dribble in. Peterson's there. We get a whistle, and we're going to get a foul against Florence. This one's going to go against Peterson. It'll be his first. On the floor, the official says, so the Rams will inbound underneath their own basket. Lincoln to inbound. Everybody lined up single file. Now we got it in. Hollenbeck on the far side at the top. Fed into Lincoln. He'll spin. Nice move. Blocked from behind by Stropel. High bounce. Pushed out. Peterson tries to save, and he can't control it. Dylan Christofferson from behind with the block. Inbound, far side. Now checking in is Crippen. Crippen goes to Lincoln in the far corner. He'll dribble. We get a whistle, and this one's going to be offensive. Peterson stands in there, and Lincoln will pick up the foul. Peterson stood in there and held him up. Dwight will come in. Lincoln will have a seat. Lincoln is fired up. Coach Stack will have a chat with him momentarily. Rams go into their press. Zeiler drives to the hoop to Stropel. Stropel can't get it to go. Rebound, McElroy. Dwight will push. The Rams' first opportunity in 5 minutes at a fast break. Crippen on the far baseline into McElroy. He'll shoot it off the glass, and it goes in. 4-12, Florence. 2:55 left in the first quarter. Hollenbeck gets a hand on it on the pass. He'll step, shot, and it goes in. Hollenbeck draws it to within 6. 12-6, Florence. 2:43 left. Stropel on the far side. He'll give it off to Zeiler. Zeiler, far corner, drives in, picks up his dribble. Peterson at the top. Florence going right to left. Coach DeGroot calling in the signal. Peterson will come out to the half circle at the top. He'll hand it off to Zeiler. Zeiler will move to the near side in the hands of Zach Christofferson. Now to Peterson into the near corner. Gets his man in the air. Does Zach. Now Peterson. Shot, three-pointer off the rim. Rebound. Rams. They'll push. Hollenbeck on the far side. Hands it off to Crippen. Now back to Hollenbeck. Hollenbeck comes near side. Twite into McElroy underneath the glass. He can't get it to go. He'll get his own rebound. This time it'll be Tyrrell with the rebound. Out to Burns. Hollenbeck at the top. Gets his man in the air. He'll drive in. Shot off the glass. No good. And it's taken. The rebound is taken away. Stropel will push right to left. And he's going to double dribble. Trying to get it up on the fast break. And double dribbles. Coach Stack wants a timeout. No, DeGroot takes a timeout. So we'll step aside for 30 seconds on Fox Sports. 1340 KYLT and the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Welcome back to Fox Sports 1340 KYLT and the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we are in Florence for the Loyola Sacred Heart taking on the Falcons. Doubleheader. Far side, Rams, Crippen. He'll come out to Hollenbeck at the top. 12-6 is your score. Florence. Peterson. He'll block the entry pass. Dylan Christofferson will come up with it into the far side. Stropel sets his feet. Three-pointer. Good backspin. It'll rim off. And Dylan Christofferson will come up with it. Bounce pass into Stropel. We get a whistle. And I believe McElroy will be called for the reach. That'll be 2 for Mac. Him and Kopang have 2 apiece. Florence to inbound underneath their own basket to the left. That'll bring in Cooper Waters. And McElroy will have a seat on the bench with 2. They'll inbound high to Peterson at the top. Ooh, close to a travel. He'll dribble behind his back on the far side top. Coach DeGroot calling in the signal. Now far side in the hands of Zeiler. Cross court. Dylan Christofferson. He can dribble. He'll hand it off. Swings it. Peterson at the top. 1:10 left in the quarter. 12-6 Florence. Stropel near baseline. He'll drive in. Off the glass high and it'll go in. Stropel's got 4 on the quarter. He'll make it 14-6 with 58 seconds left. At the far side, Hollenbeck. Hollenbeck to Twite at the top. Twite will dribble across, bounce pass to the near side to Crippen. Baseline, Waters underneath. He has it poked at, shot up. He gets his own rebound. Now he'll put it up and get the foul. Waters says, I'll take 2 scoops. Feed me. And they do. Now he goes to the free throw line. And drawing the foul is Hudson Pillar for the Falcons. First shot for Waters will go in. Burns comes back in. Hollenbeck has a seat. So that puts Crippen, Burns, Tyrrell, Twite, and Waters on the court for the Rams. Second shot rattles away. Hudson Pillar with the rebound. He'll get it out to Peterson, and Peterson will take his time. 40 seconds left in the quarter. He'll cross half court in the circle. Stands and waits for motion. Dribbles between his legs. Crippen is there. 2-3 zone by the Rams. Peterson on the Falcon at the far side at the top now, and he's going to travel, dragging his back foot. 24.6 left in the quarter. Falcons lead 14-7. They're going to go ahead and jump into a press. Burns will control. Peterson is right there. They'll get it up. Peterson has it poked, and he'll come up with it. He'll push right to left. Numbers in favor of the Falcons. Double team now. Stropel back to Peterson. Peterson at the top, swings it near side into Zeller. Zeller will drive in, crosses over, and we're going to get a travel call on Zeller as he goes into the lane. 8.2 left in the quarter. Tyrrell will inbound to Burns. Twite, 5 seconds. They've got to get up court. They do with Burns. Burns is going to throw it at the hoop, and won't go. That'll count as a three-pointer, and that's how the first quarter will end. Falcons 14, Rams 7. We'll be back in 60 seconds on Fox Sports 1340 KYLT and the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Welcome back to Florence, Montana. Chris Stratton for Fox Sports 1340 KYLT and the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Start of the second quarter. Falcons lead the Rams 14-7. Florence will have the ball going right to left. Peterson to control. Double team comes right out. Twite gets a hand on it. They're going to call Twite for the reach. And Florence will inbound on the far side. Looks like Zach Christopherson will check back in. The foul will put Peterson at the line to shoot two. First one for Peterson. Actually, it's a 1-and-1. It'll bounce. Kopang fights for it. It comes down in the hands of Dillon. At the top with Peterson now. He'll cross over, dribbles between his legs, goes to Zach Christopherson, now to Peterson, to Dillon. He'll drive. They're going to call a whistle. Is this one against Kopang? It is. It's number 3. And Kopang not happy. And Dillon Christopherson will go to the free throw line. Tyrrell will come in. Most likely Kopang will have a seat. Shot will go in for Dillon. Here's the second one. That one will slip in. Christopherson makes it 16-7 with 7:38 left in the second quarter. Press once again. Rams get across half court. Mack in the near baseline, out to Hollenbeck at the top. He'll set his feet. Three-pointer off the rim, no good. Fighting for it. Lincoln comes down with it. Shot up, hangs on the rim, poked out, and Hollenbeck will come down with it. Hollenbeck with determination on his face at the top. Comes to the near side to Twite. Twite cross court. Tyrrell on the far side. Now cross court to Twite. Trying to get it in to McElroy. They do on the far baseline. They find Lincoln on the streak. No whistle. Shot, and now Zach Christopherson will be called for it, putting Jack Lincoln at the line. Zach will pick up his first. Lincoln put the first points on the board from the free throw line for the Rams. He's back there. Here's the first shot. That one comes home. Little conversation, and now the ball's bounced back. Lincoln gets it, sets his right foot at the line. Here's the shot. That one goes home. Lincoln makes it 16-9 with 7:03 left in the second quarter. Rams are going to jump out to a press. Peterson picks up his dribble, almost poked away by Twite, but Christopherson will control. Peterson on the far side. He'll dribble across half court on the far side. Twite and Hollenbeck will tie him up. Now Peterson tied up. He'll throw it in. Lincoln will come down with it. Lincoln will push. He had a slap to the face by Stropel. No whistle. They say play on. Hollenbeck on the far side. He'll give it in to Twite on the far corner. Lincoln at the free throw line. Now back to Hollenbeck. Hollenbeck dribbles out. Zeiler into Lincoln. Lincoln And one. Jack Lincoln taking over. He'll go back to the free throw line for and one. Burns to come in. Hollenbach to have a seat. Lincoln sets, dribbles. Here's the shot. Back of the rim. Christopher Dillon comes down with it. He'll give it off to Peterson. 16-11. Florence. Burns is right there. They'll find Zeller underneath. Tyrrell tries to come from behind but can't get it. And Stropel will put it in for two. 18-11. To the top to Hollenbach. Far side. Tyrrell in the corner. He'll dribble. Now picks it up to Burns at the top. Burns comes near side to Twite. Twite back out to Burns. Back to Twite. He'll set his feet and drop the three. Off the rim, no good, and Stropel will come down with a rebound. Peterson will take his time, crosses half court right to left on the far side. 5:50 left in the first half. Crosses between his legs. Burns falls down. Shot from the free throw line. No good. Only blue jerseys underneath the basket. And Twite will push very quickly on the near side. He'll come to the near corner. Finds Mack. Mack off the glass. No good. Lincoln with the rebound, and it'll stay with the Rams. Hollenbach will come back in. Twite will have a seat. Burns tying his shoe on the far side of the court in front of the Florence student section. We got the girls coming up after this one. Shot, no good. Mack will get his own rebound and he'll put it back in, and he makes it 18-13 with 5:25 left in the first half. Peterson runs into a double team. He's got to get out of it, throws it, and this time we are going to get one. This one will go against Burns. He'll pick up his first, but that puts Peterson at the line. He was 0 for 1 at his first one-on-one opportunity. Mack will have a seat. That'll bring in Twite. So Hollenbach, Lincoln, Tyrrell, Burns, and Twite in for the Rams. Here's the shot. Off the front of the rim, and it hangs and drops in for Peterson. He'll get a chance at a second. Sets his feet, shot. That one will rattle in. Peterson, 2 for 3. Makes it 20-13. Twite hung up on the far side, gets it out to Hollenbach. Near side, Burns. He'll bounce, pass it into Lincoln. Baseline. Shot underneath the glass, and it goes in. Jack Lincoln with 4 in the second. Makes it 20-14 with 5 minutes left to play in the half. They'll feed it into Zeiler. Lincoln. Stropel will. Twite gets it up to Hollenbach as he falls down. Hollenbach spins. Shot off the back of the rim. Tyrrell fights for it. There's 3 men there. Whistle, and we're going to get a travel. And this will go against Florence. Stropel says, I didn't have possession. Official says, yes, you did, son. Lincoln will inbound underneath his own basket to the right. 4:50 left in the first. They'll go high. Him and Zeiler, Hollenbach and Zeiler tie up, and they're going to call Zeiler for the foul on the 1-and-1. That'll be 2 for him, and Hollenbach will go to line for the 1-and-1. He'll take a deep breath, spins the ball in front of him, sets his left foot at the line. Shot is in the air. That one off the front of the rim, the glass, and in. Here's the second. That one slides in as well. Hollenbach 2 for 2 from the line. He makes it 20-17 Florence. 4:46 left in the half. Zeiler has it. He'll break. Twite is there, moves his feet, so no call. And Zeiler with an easy bucket to make it 22-17 with 4:35 left in the half. Hollenbach at the top, standing on the beak. Comes to the near corner to Burns. Tries to feed it in, but he'll go to Hollenbach. Hollenbach will drive. Finds Tyrrell. Tyrrell's got to save it from out of bounds, and the official says, you stepped on the line. And Coach Stack says, we want a timeout. So with 4:26 left in the half, we'll step aside for 30 seconds on 1340 KYLT.
30 years, Garden of Eden has passionately pursued to aid Missoula's area churches in their mission to evangelize the surrounding areas. Garden of Eden has a large stock of books, gifts, music, toys, and more. Stop in to visit their full-service coffee bar and luscious homemade fudge. Shop their online store and get free shipping on orders of $69 or more. Visit them at www.shopgardenofreden.com or stop by their store at 2621 Brooks. Garden of Eden is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports and the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to Fox Sports 1340 KYLT and the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we have coverage of Loyola versus Florence. The boys first with 4:22 left in the half. Falcons lead 22-17. They have the ball. Peterson with it at the top. He'll pick up the double team, bounce pass to Zeiler. Zeiler with the fake. He'll to get it out to Stropel on the far side. Stropel, he'll spin. Poked at. Lincoln comes down with it. Pushes it up to Hollenbeck. Hollenbeck underneath the glass. Shot, and it goes in. Jacob Hollenbeck makes it 22-19 with 3:56. Peterson crosses over, throws it right to Burns. Burns has it poked at by Zeiler. Tyrrell will control. Gets it up to Hollenbeck on the far side. Hollenbeck will cross over on Stropel, stops, picks up his dribble, pivots, spins, bounce pass. Lincoln near corner, high arcing three, high off the rim. Tyrrell fights for it, out of bounds. This one will go to Florence. And we're going to shoot. Tyrrell will be called for his first. And Stropel will go to the line for 2. 10 fouls for the Falcons, or for the Rams, 7 for the Falcons. So Stropel at the line. First one, he'll get to go in. .338 left in the half. Here's the bounce pass to Stropel. Shot. He'll get it to go. Perfect 4 for 4 in the first half. 24-20 or 24-19. Florence. 3:30 left in the half. McElroy underneath. Tries to pass it to Burns. It's too much and it's out of bounds. So Lincoln, McElroy, Twite, Crippen, and Hollenbeck in for the Rams. Zeiler, the Christopherson brothers, Peterson, Stropel in for the Falcons. Zach Christopherson, his pass is poked away. Mack tries to get it at it. Christopherson is there. Dillon gets 2 to go in. He's in the book now to make it 26-19 with 3:10 left in the first half. Hollenbeck, cross court to Crippen. Crippen will dribble now to Hollenbeck at the top. He can dribble, but he'll come to Twite in the near side. Twite, they've got both Lincoln and McElroy stacked up in the lane. Hollenbeck will back off to the beak of the Falcon at half court. Now Lincoln in the near corner. 2:50. Twite to Crippen at the top. Back to Twite. He's a shooter. He's going to drive in. And no foul as it's poked away. DeGroot wants him to push. Far side, Peterson crosses half court. He'll dribble out to the half circle. Bounce pass to Christopherson to Stropel. Zach on the go. Can't handle it, and it comes up in the hands of Twite. Twite will push. Lincoln has it poked at. Crippen comes in with the near corner. Lincoln underneath. Shot hangs on the glass. Hollenbeck comes down with it. We get a whistle, and Stropel is going to be called for the foul as he steps over Hollenbeck. That'll be 2 for Stropel. Hollenbeck for the 1-and-1. Official with a few words to Hollenbeck. First one will drop. Hodson Pillar will come in for Stropel. So the Christopherson brothers, Peterson, Stropel, and Zeiler in for the Falcons. Twite, Crippen, Hollenbeck, McElroy, and Lincoln. Second one rolls off. Poked at. Hodson Pillar comes up with it. Handed off to Peterson. 2:10 left in the half. Peterson will be met by a double team. Dribbles into the far side. He's going to try to get it up high. Christopherson all by himself. He'll move on McElroy. And Dylan Christopherson's got 4 on the quarter to make it 28-20 with 1:55 left in the half. Crippen, he's going to jack the three up off the rim. Lincoln with the rebound on the near side. He'll shoot off the rim, no good, but he'll shoot two. Hodson-Pillar will pick up his second. Hodson-Pillar had a great game in Shelby when they were up there earlier this year. First one for Lincoln, high off the front of the rim. Girls will play right after this one, 20 minutes between games. Here's the second shot. That one will slip in. Makes it 28-21 with 107 seconds left in the half. Poked at. Again, Peterson comes up with it. We get a whistle, and they're going to say over and back. Ram ball at half court, and Hollenbeck got poked in the mouth. There's the inbound. Near side corner to Crippen. They want it in to McElroy. The give and go on Crippen. The shot won't go, though. Nice move. And now we get a whistle, a travel on Florence. 1:29 left in the half. 28-21 Florence. Lincoln will inbound underneath his own basket. Both teams in the bonus. They'll go to Twite. He'll catch and shoot. Won't go. Bounces off the face of of Dylan Christopherson, and Lincoln will be called for the foul as he wraps up with Dylan Christopherson, and we'll walk to the other end of the floor for Christopherson to shoot the bonus two. Official says two, bounces it to Christopherson. He sets his left foot, shots in the air. That one rattles in. Official says one, bounces it to Dylan. Here's the shot. That one rattles around, but he'll get it to go. Dylan Christopherson improving on his free throws, and Hollenbeck will travel on the far side to turn it over. 1:23 left in the half. 30-21 Falcons. DeGroot with instructions for the Falcons. Near side to Zach Christopherson, to the top to Peterson. Peterson will dribble, just kind of hangs at the top. The clock ticks down, 1:16. Back to Zach at the top. Peterson on the far side, trying to feed it in. Nope, they're going to just play catch at the top. Zeiler now, he'll dribble to the near side. Hops, skips, passes. Dylan Christopherson on the far side. Crippen's there. He's going to cover him up. And we get a whistle, and this one's going to be a travel. And the Rams will get it back with 57.3 left on the clock in the half. Hollenbeck to inbound, 1-2-2 press for the Falcons. Twite will cross half court. Crippen's got it. Bounce pass near corner. Shot, three-pointer. Slams it home. Sneaking in is Kalava, and he'll jack the three to make it 30-24 with 38 seconds left. Taken away by Crippen on the other end. He'll push. Hollenbeck, he'll cross over. Shot off the glass. It hangs. It goes in. Hollenbeck for two. He's got 4 on the quarter, and it's 30-26 Falcons with 25 seconds left. Peterson crosses half court, dribbles behind his back. Hodson-Pillar to Zeiler, far corner. Christopherson, he'll shoot. High, Hodson-Pillar with the rebound, and McElroy will be called for the foul. That'll be 3 for JoJo. That'll bring Tyrrell in. That'll be 3 for him. Hodson-Pillar will shoot 2. Here's the first one. Off the back of the rim. 15.1 left in the half. Tyrrell will come in. McElroy will have a seat. That'll put Kalava, Twite, Crippen, Hollenbeck, and Tyrrell in, and the second one will go for Hodson-Pillar. He'll make it 31-26, 12 seconds. Twite crosses half court on the near side. He has it poked at, tries to control. Kalava comes up with it, poked out by Christopherson. Now Twite will shoot. Three-pointer no good, and they'll just let it hang. Tyrrell fighting for it with .6. It'll be out of bounds off of Tyrrell. And that is the half, folks. The Falcons 31, the Rams 26. We'll step aside for 3 minutes on Fox Sports 1340 KYLT and the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
For over 30 years, Garden of Eden has passionately pursued to aid Missoula's area churches in their mission to evangelize the surrounding areas. Garden of Eden has a large stock of books, gifts, music, toys, and more. Stop in to visit their full-service coffee bar and luscious homemade fudge. Shop their online store and get free shipping on orders of $69 or more. Visit them at www.shopgardenofreden.com or stop by their store at 2621 Brooks. Garden of Eden is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports and the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Feel stuck to your computer when you're cheering on your Prep Sports hero when you can't make it to the game? Well, now you don't have to. The Missoula Prep Sports Network has the app for all of Missoula high school sports fans. Doesn't get any better than this. This is the future. Just search Missoula Prep Sports Network in either the iTunes or Google Play app stores and take the game on the go.
How fantastic is that?
Missoula Prep Sports Network knows that life is busy. You don't have time to sit by the computer. Download the app and take the game with you.
So at between games, we'll just do a quick post game, and then we will go ahead and break away. You'll go back to Fox programming, and then I'll let you know when we want to start up for the second half, or the second game.
Mike's Print and Copy take care of your printing needs. Mike's Print and Copy is a proud sponsor of high school sports in Missoula and the surrounding community. Looking for someone to capture your next event on film? Look no further than Newman Photos. From doing senior pictures to sports action photography, John can capture your moments in time. John has experience shooting sports events from high school to professional, and seeing excitement in his clients' eyes and hearing the wows from his clients is what drives his passion in capturing the moment and its memories for them. Give John a call today at 501-607-0558 to book your appointment. Newman Photography is a proud sponsor of Loyola Athletics. Advertising on the web can be intimidating. Where do you start? What is the most effective way to reach the audience you are targeting? Crate Media can help you reach your audience, whether it's social media marketing or creating a unique commercial for streaming or radio advertising. Milk Crate Media can help you build a new website or rebuild your existing website and will bring users back again and again. Visit www.mcratemedia.com today. Milk Crate Media is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports in Missoula and surrounding valley. A lot of insurance companies will advertise, "We're from around here," but then when you need to change your policy or file a claim,
Welcome back to Fox Sports 1340 KYLT and the Missoula Prep Sports Network's coverage of Loyola basketball, as we've got a doubleheader tonight in Florence. Chris Stratton in the Falcons' nest as Florence has a 31-26 lead over the Missoula Loyola Rams. The girls are going to play right after this one. There'll be about a 20-minute break between games, and then we'll get you back going on coverage of the doubleheader, folks. It's a good one here tonight. The houses are rocking. They've got the Florence marching band in the house and getting everybody fired up, and the Loyola fans have packed in here. They always travel so well down here for these games. We're going to step aside for another 3-minute timeout. When we come back, I'll have your halftime stats right here on Fox Sports 1340 KYLT and the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Back in 3 minutes.
Mike's Print and Copy is your locally owned print shop. Whether it's custom letterhead or business cards, Mike and his friendly staff understand that your business is important to you and will make sure that your project is handled in a professional, timely manner. Drop into Mike's Print and Copy to have them take care of your printing needs. Stop by 1503 South Russell or give them a call today at 406-728-3363 to have Mike's Print and Copy take care of your printing needs. Mike's Print and Copy is a proud sponsor of high school sports in Missoula and the surrounding community. Looking for someone to capture your next event on film? Look no further than Newman Photos. From doing senior pictures to sports Sports Network in either the iTunes or Google Play App Store. Take the game on the go. The Missoula Prep Sport Network knows that life is busy. You don't have time to sit at a computer. Download the app and take the game with you.
A lot of insurance companies will advertise, we're from around here. But then when you need to change your policy or file a claim, you wait, sitting on hold. At Payne West Insurance, help is just around the corner. You see, our colleagues live and work here, so we know where you're coming from. Probably a few doors down from us. You get understanding, peace of mind, and a true friend. Visit our local Payne West office or find an agent at PayneWest.com.
Advertising on the web can be intimidating. Where do you start? What is the most effective way to reach the audience you are targeting? Well, Create Media can help you reach your audience, whether it's social media marketing or creating a unique commercial for streaming or radio advertising. Now, Create Media can help you build a new website or rebuild your existing website that will bring users back again and again. Visit www.mcreatemedia.com today. Now, Create Media is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports in Missoula and the surrounding valley.
Welcome back to Fox Sports 1340 KYLT and the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we have presentation of Loyola basketball in Florence at the Falcons Nest, where the boys of Florence lead the Rams of Loyola 31-26, 2:55 left in the halftime. The Rams out on the court warming up to the left of us. They'll have the hoop to the left of us, and here comes the Falcons out on the court. They're going to have the hoop to the right, and they'll start warming up here momentarily. Looking at things here at the half on the score for the Rams, they would score 7 in the first quarter, 19 in the second to make their 26 points. Jack Lincoln, well, Jacob Hollenbach has 9 to lead things. Jack Lincoln with 8, and Joe McElroy with 4. McElroy and Kopang have 3 fouls apiece, with Lincoln right behind with 2. The Rams would shoot 80% from the free throw line and 13% from long distance. For the Florence Falcons, their scoring leader, well, that is Mr. Stropel, Brent Stropel. He's got 10 points. Dylan Christofferson with 8, going 4 for 4 from the free throw line, as well as Stropel. And then right behind them, Peterson and Zeiler with 6 points apiece. Florence would score 14 in their first quarter and 17 in the second quarter to give them their 31 points. They would shoot 81% from the free throw line, and they would go 0 for 3 from long distance to give us our 31-26 score. About 1 minute out, minute and 15 left from the start of the second half. We'll have the girls game right after this one. 20 minutes. There'll be a 20-minute break to allow the girls to warm up. Then we'll jump right into the action on the court. Teams are huddled up, getting ready here. 55 seconds left till the start of the third quarter, I should say. Talking to the Florence athletic director, Mr. Marsh, he was talking about with the girls, they only played 5 in the last game against Big Fork and held their own with just those 5. So it'll be interesting to see how they're going to go ahead and play out here with the girls later on. The Breakers always play Florence very hard. This is a premier rivalry in Class B sports. Doesn't matter if it's football, basketball, or softball. It doesn't matter. These two schools, these two teams, they battle it out hard every time. 10 seconds out here from the start of the third quarter. Got the University of Montana in the house. And SWX Network is in the house as well. Love seeing that these kids are getting so much coverage. You know, I always say there are local sports heroes. I firmly believe that. And for them to get the coverage that they're getting is just awesome. These kids need to be put up on a pedestal or propped up and given all the love that we can give them. Start of the third quarter. Rams will have the ball going right to left. There's the whistle to start the third quarter. And Hollenbeck, Kopang, Twite, McElroy, and Lincoln in for the Rams. All the starters for both sides. Twite has it on the far side. He'll flick it to Hollenbeck to Lincoln on the near side. Lincoln can dribble. He's got Peterson in his face. Back to Hollenbeck at the top. Near side Lincoln. They want to go into McElroy. He's got a size matchup that Florence cannot go up against. He's also a threat from the shooting position. Stropel will push it out of bounds. And the Rams will inbound in front of their own bench. Twite to inbound. It'll be closer towards the corner to the left of us on the near side. There's the whistle. Inbound. Hollenbeck will get it. 2-3 zone for the Falcons. 31-26. 30 seconds gone in the third quarter. Fed into Lincoln, bounces around, and Dillon will come up with it. He'll bounce past. Zeiler controls it on the baseline to the left of us, to the right of us. Out to the top to Peterson. Peterson will dribble and stand on the beak of the Falcon at half court. He'll come to the near side, now backs off to the top. He's going to take his time, calling out what he wants verbally. Cross court, Zach Christopherson, long three from the far corner, can't get it to go. Hollenbeck with a rebound. He'll push underneath the basket. Lincoln off the glass and it goes in. Jack Lincoln, the spark plug. Makes it 31-28 Florence. The Rams are going to go ahead and go into their press. Dylan Christopherson can't handle the pass, out of bounds, and the Rams will inbound in front of the scorer's table to the right of us. Hollenbeck to control. He'll go right to left, crosses half court on the circle. Fed into the far corner to Kopang, to Hollenbeck at the top. Back to Kopang on the far side. Back to Hollenbeck at the top. Swings it to Twite to the near side. Twite, cross court to Kopang on the far side. Back to Hollenbeck. Hollenbeck crosses over, spins. We're going to get a whistle, and they're going to say he traveled. Florence will get it back. 6:29 left in the third. 31-28 Falcons. Falcons have controlled. They jumped out to a 12-2 lead in the first quarter. Stropel with it. He'll get it to Peterson as he crosses half court. Almost an over and back the way the pass was. Peterson has Hollenbeck right there in his face. He'll go to Zeiler at the top. Zeiler will come to the near side and stand on the Florence symbol on the court. Now into the corner to Christopherson. Fed into Stropel. He'll spin. McElroy, hands up. Shot won't go. Rebound, Lincoln. He'll get it out to Twite. Twite will cross half court on the far side. Bounce pass to Kopang. Back to Twite. Twite will dribble to the top, cross the top, feeds it into McElroy. It ricochets. Kopang with the rebound. Three-point shot. And David Kopang is in the book with a clutch three to tie it up at 31 with 5:45 left in the third. Kopang quiet in the first because of foul trouble. He jacks the three, and we're tied. Far side, Peterson at the top. Falcons going left to right. Zeiler, he'll cross over, drives in, picks up a triple team, backs off, and now he'll dribble out to the top. Stands on the beak of the Falcon at half court. Now dribbles to the near side, hands it off to Peterson, who goes to Zach, to Dillon. Shot no good, rebound Lincoln. Kopang, far side, he'll cross half court. To the top to Lincoln. Lincoln stops, free throw line, poked at, out of bounds. It'll be controlled by the Rams in the far corner. Looks like we've got Jared Amos of the University of Montana in the building as well. Inbound, Twite will control it at the top. 5 minutes left in the third. Tied at 31. Kopang near side, covered up with the double team. McElroy, he can shoot the three. Off the rim, no good. It's a foot race. Peterson will come up with it, and is Hollenbeck going to be called for the push? I believe Hollenbeck is going to get the foul. It'll be his first one for the push on the far side. First one of the half for either team. 4:51 left in the third. 31 all. Zach with it on the far side for the Falcons. Gives it off to Peterson. He'll cross half court, picks up the double team to Zeiler. Zeiler dribbles in. He can't control his own dribble. Christopherson pokes it from behind, and the Rams will keep it. Inbound in front of the Falcon student section on the far side. Hollenbeck will control. 4:35 left in the third. Crosses half court in the circle. McElroy will come out to a screen. Hollenbeck picks up his dribble to Kopang. Kopang to McElroy. He'll pivot, backs, back to Kopang. To the top to Hollenbeck. He's going to be left open for the three, and it'll roll in. The Rams have their first lead of the game off of back-to-back threes, and Coach DeGroot says, I want a timeout. We'll step aside for 30 seconds on the Fox Sports 1340 KYLT and the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
For over 30 years, Garden of Eden has passionately pursued to aid Missoula's area churches.
Yeah, I don't know. He's sitting in the far corner with the guy from Missoula. He was at the Hellgate Sentinel game the other night as well.
Full-service coffee bar and luscious homemade fudge. Shop their online store and get free shipping on orders of $69 or more. Visit them at www.shopgardenofreden.com or stop by their store at 2621 Brooks. Garden of Eden is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports and the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to Fox Sports 1340 KYLT and the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we have coverage of Loyola Sacred Heart basketball. The boys first tonight, and it is 34-31 Rams, their first lead of the game. They trailed by as much as 10 in the first half. Coming out of the timeout, Florence will control the ball. They'll have the Christopherson brothers, Zeiler, Stropel, and Peterson on the court. The Rams come out with Twite, Lincoln, McElroy, Kopang, and Hollenbeck. Lincoln and McElroy set up underneath their own basket, and the boys kind of have to flag them down, so they sprint down to the opposite end. Peterson will control off the Zach Christopherson inbound. He'll cross half court. Peterson does. Goes to Zach Christopherson on the far side. Now back to Peterson at the top, to Zeiler on the near side. Christopherson wants it at the free throw line, but they'll go to Zach. Fed into Stropel at the free throw line. Catch and shoot off the back of the rim. No good, and Lincoln will rebound. Lincoln will push. He crosses half court, comes to Hollenbeck on the near side. Hollenbeck, bounce pass into McElroy. Off the glass, and it goes in. Joe McElroy for two, and it's 36-31 Rams with 3:40 left in the third. Zeiler, he'll drive in. Shot, jumper, and it'll slide right through. He's got a gorgeous shot, folks. Hollenbeck now, right to left, 36-33, Rams. He'll pick up his dribble, goes to Twite at the top. Twite comes back to Hollenbeck, fed into McElroy at the free throw line. He'll fling it out to Kopang, sets his feet, three-pointer, off the rim. Lincoln fights for it. Twite comes down with it. Hollenbeck will drive in, swings it out to Kopang at the top. Bounce pass to Hollenbeck at the free throw line. He'll pivot, finds Twite, near side, three-pointer. Backspin is good, off the rim, no good. McElroy is there. He gets pushed, but no foul. Pushed up court now by Dylan Christopherson. He'll go around Twite, who was set, and get the bucket to go. (36-35) Rams. 2:40 left in the third. Kopang with it on the far corner. He'll come high out to the top to Hollenbeck. Hollenbeck, bounce pass to Lincoln. He'll drive in far baseline. Pivots, shot off the glass, won't go. McElroy and Lincoln are both there, and Lincoln gets a shot to go back in. He's got 4 on the quarter to make it 38-35. Rams, 2:25 left in the third. Peterson brings it up left to right, crosses half court on the near side, hands it off to Stropel. He'll swing it to Zach Christopherson. Dylan comes in for a screen, but they'll swing it to Peterson. Peterson will dribble out from the near side to the top. Stops at the top, stands on the beak of the Falcon at half court. Into Stropel, near baseline. He'll shoot the jumper, rims off. McElroy pushes it out, and Twite will control the rebound. Pushed up court, Hollenbeck will cross over on Peterson. We're going to get a whistle, and this one's going to go against Peterson. It'll be his second, the first of the half. Pedersen, it is on the floor, so Lincoln will inbound underneath the Ram basket. Kopang will get the inbound, and Zach Christopherson will be whistled, and David Kopang will go to the free throw line for the first time tonight. So Kopang to shoot. First one, off the rim, the glass, and off the rim, no good. Shout out to Mama Byrne listening in. Her husband, Bobcat Byrne, a fixture at St. Joe's and part of the coaching staff, and the second will go for Kopang. Peterson brings it up underneath the Zeiler. We get a whistle out of bounds, and it's going to go back to Florence. Trying to square things away here. McElroy will come out with an ovation, and Tyrrell will come in. Inbound, Stropel, far baseline. He'll get his own rebound, swings it out to Peterson. He'll shoot the three, and it'll sink right in. 39-38 Rams. Lincoln's going to drive in. Kopang, far corner, sets his feet. Three-pointer, high off the rim. We get a whistle. And they're going to call Tyrrell for a push. That'll be his second. Peterson will bring it up. 1:30 left in the third quarter. 39-38 Rams. He'll cross half court in the circle. Zeiler comes out. He'll hand it off to Zeiler. Into the near side to Peterson. Peterson will dribble between his legs. Stops, picks up his dribble. Hodson Pillar has it poked out by Kopang, and it'll be inbound by the Falcons in front of the band on the far side. Trying to square things away. Groot with some instructions. Dylan Christopherson to inbound. They'll go way to the top to Stropel. He'll wait for Peterson to cross back half court. He was standing 2/3 away down the court waiting for a long pass inbound. Zeiler will have it now at the top. Stands in the half circle. Dribbles between his legs. Hands it off to Dylan Christopherson. Dylan will come near side to Peterson. He'll drive in. Free throw line. Picks up his dribble. Shot faked. Zeiler off the rim. Air ball. Hodson Pillar will poke at it. Kopang will come up with it. There's two white jerseys in front of Kopang. He'll find Lincoln on the far side. Shot, and it goes in off the glass. Jack Lincoln's got 6 on the quarter, and he'll make it 41-38 with 40 seconds left. Peterson crosses half court with speed and then holds up and waits for everybody. He'll come to Stropel on the near side. Stropel will drive in, free throw line, shot off the back of the rim, poked at, out of bounds, and they're going to say this one goes against Florence. Dylan Christopherson will pick up his first of the game. No, they say 3. I missed a couple. I apologize, folks. So Dylan Christopherson with 3. 28.9 left in the third quarter. Rams lead 41-38. Here's the inbound. Hollenbeck. Falcons will go back into their 1-2-2 press. Rams at halfway between. Now Dwight crosses half court near side. Kopang underneath the basket. He gets it. Shot. It goes in. David Kopang for 2. And it's 43-38. 10 seconds left. Peterson crosses on the far side. 9 seconds. He'll drive in. Free throw line. Fakes the pass. Gives it off to Zeiler. 4 seconds. Near baseline. He'll put it up and draw the foul. Hollenbeck knows it's against him, and he just looks at Coach Stack, and they exchange glances. That'll be Hollenbeck's second. And the sharpshooter Zeiler will go to the line. He was 2 for 3 in the first half. The first one is up, rattles off the rim and falls in. Here's the shot. Rattles, no good. Tyrrell with the rebound. Gets it out to Kopang. Throws it from half court. Shot's no good, but that's how the third quarter will end, folks. The Rams come back with a lead, 43-39. We'll be back in 60 seconds on Fox Sports 1340 KYLT and the Missoula Prep Sports Network. I hope I said 60 seconds.
Garden of Eden has passionately pursued to aid Missoula's area churches in their mission to evangelize the surrounding areas. Garden of Eden has a large stock of books, gifts, music, toys, and more. Stop in to visit their full-service coffee bar and luscious homemade fudge. Shop their online store and get free shipping on orders of $69 or more. Visit them at www.shopgardenofreden.com or stop by their store at 2621 Brooks. Garden of Eden is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports and the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Feel stuck to your computer when you're cheering on your prep sports hero when you can't make it to the game? Well, now you don't have to. The Missoula Prep Sports Network has the app for all of Missoula high school sports fans.
It doesn't get any better than this. This is the future.
Just search Missoula Prep Sports Network in either the iTunes or Google Play app stores and take the game on the go.
How fantastic is that?
Missoula Prep Sport Network knows that life is busy. You don't have time to sit by the computer. Download the app and take the game with you.
Welcome back to Fox Sports 1340 KYLT and the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we're in Florence, Montana. Start of the fourth quarter. The Rams lead 43-39. Falcons will have the ball to start the fourth quarter. Zeiler to inbound to Peterson. Florence going left to right wearing their white jerseys with the maroon and gold stripes, maroon and gold name and number. Peterson will hand it off. Now Zeiler to Peterson on the near side, and Lincoln will be called for the foul as he sticks his leg out there. That'll be 3 for Lincoln. On the floor, it's only 4 for the Rams. 3 team fouls for Florence. Peterson will get the inbound. Goes far side to Christopherson. They want to feed it in to Dillon. Cross court, Stropel, catch and shoot. No, that's Zeiler catch and shoot. Underneath the basket is Christopherson. Poke that, and McElroy comes down with it. And they're going to call Kopang for the reach, for the over the back. So Kopang will pick up his 4th. So McElroy and Kopang playing with 4. Inbound, Stropel to Peterson at the top. Dwight will poke it out of bounds. Far side. Florence will inbound in front of the marching band. Kopang will have a seat. That'll bring in Tyrrell. So Hollenbeck, Dwight, Tyrrell, McElroy, and Lincoln for the Rams. Inbound, Dillon Christopherson. He'll hand it off behind his back to Zeiler, who gives it off to Peterson at the top. DeGroot with instructions. Zeiler with it now on the far side. He'll cross over on Dwight. Now back to Dillon Christopherson. He'll dribble. Crosses over. Free throw line. Throws it out of bounds. It'll go to the Rams. 7:09 left in the game. Rams lead 43-39. Hollenbeck brings it up court right to left. Rams wearing their navy blue jerseys. They've got the Columbia blue and white stripes on the shorts with the Columbia blue name and number and a white outline. Hollenbeck stands at the half circle, thrown out of bounds and right into the bench. Into the lap of Coach Burns, who wasn't paying attention. Zeiler to inbound to Peterson. He'll bring it up left to right. Crosses half court, near side. He'll come to Zeiler on the near side. Hollenbeck is there. He'll get the screen, crosses over. McElroy with the Euro step, and Zeiler gets it to go. He'll make it 43-41 with 6:35 left. Hollenbeck to Lincoln. Lincoln can dribble. They back off of him. He'll have the high arcing 3, and he'll drop it in there. Jack Lincoln from long distance. 46-41 Rams. Ball brought up court by Peterson, left to right. Goes to Zach Christopherson on the far side in front of the Florence Falcon student section. Back to Peterson. Near corner, Zeiler. He'll fake right, left, drives in, throws it into the breadbasket of Lincoln, and Tyrrell will come up with it. Dwight on the far side. He'll dribble now to the top to Lincoln, finds Hollenbeck, who saves the ball from out of bounds, and he'll dribble out of the near side to the top. Lincoln and him will switch places. Lincoln back with it. Tyrrell on the near baseline, underneath the basket, off the glass. McElroy tries for the rebound, and it's brought down by Dillon Christopherson. Zeiler near side, bounce pass to Dillon Christopherson. He'll Euro step around McElroy, can't get the shot to go, and Tyrrell will bring it down. He'll bring it up court, stops, waits for traffic, goes to Dwight on the far side. He'll stand on the Florence Falcon logo on the far side of the gym. Hollenbeck pointing for directions. Goes back to Dwight on the far side, back to Hollenbeck at the top. Lincoln near side. 46-41 Rams, 5:20 left in the game. Lincoln with it on the near side. He can dribble. He'll go back to Hollenbeck at the top. Dwight, far side. McElroy at the free throw line, posted up with Zeiler. Far side, Dwight. Cross court, Lincoln, three-pointer. Goes in, Jack Lincoln, back-to-back threes. He'll extend it 49-41 with 5 minutes left. Zeiler went to the floor The crowd wanted a foul, but it was clean. Peterson to Zeiler at the top. Comes near side to Zach Christopherson. Will dribble from the near side to the top, and they'll find Zeiler. Double team. Now Lincoln backs off. Hollenbeck. He'll spin on Hollenbeck. We get a whistle, and Hollenbeck will be called for the foul. It'll be 3 for him. On the floor, Kopang will come in, and Tyrrell will have a seat. Nice move by Zeiler in the paint. He'll inbound, bounce pass to Dylan Christopherson. McElroy right there. He'll spin, and McElroy will be called for the foul. And that will be it for Joe McElroy. He'll foul out with 4:38 left in the game. He'll have 6 points on the night. First shot off the front of the rim for Dylan Christopherson. McElroy still on the court, so I'm ahead on 1 foul. The second one will go for Christopherson. 49-42, and DeGroot says, I want some, no, that was Stack, so he'll call the timeout. We'll step aside for 30 seconds on Fox Sports 1340 KYLT and the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Opportunity Bank of Montana offers a full range of real estate products designed to fit your personal and commercial funding needs. New to the home buying process? Visit with a real estate lender today and see if you qualify for a first-time homebuyer loan. What's more, Opportunity Bank is responsive with our local lending authority and servicing. Contact an Opportunity Mortgage lender today or visit us at opportunitybank.com.
Welcome back to Fox Sports 1340 KYLT and the Missoula Prep Sports Network, as we've got coverage of the Loyola Sacred Heart in the Bitterroot to take on the Florence Falcons. And the boys are first. The Rams lead the Falcons 49-42, 4:36 left in the half, or in the game. Coming out of the timeout should be Florence ball. No, it's Ram ball. Okay, they called the timeout on the far side. So Lincoln to inbound. A one-man press by Florence. Hollenbeck on the far side. He'll cross half court. Picks up a double team by Peterson and Zeiler. Now Twite. Peterson will come out. Now Hollenbeck on the far side. Zeiler will come out. Comes near side to Lincoln. Lincoln into the near corner to McElroy. Bounce pass. Zeiler. And Zeiler, as Lincoln goes to the ground, they say Zeiler stepped on the line, and it'll be Ram ball. Twite to inbound right in front of me. Hollenbeck to bring it up. Into Lincoln, who finds McElroy near baseline. It'll rattle home. Joe Mack for 2, makes it 51-42. 3:55 left in the game. Rams with the lead. Zach Christopherson goes to Dylan Christopherson on the near baseline. Out to the top to Peterson. He'll stop. Twite with a poke at the pass. It'll roll off fingers, out of bounds, and it'll be Ram ball. Peterson went hard to the floor. Took an elbow. Waiting for the officials. They're checking on Peterson to make sure he's okay. No blood. We had one the other night with Raleigh Wooster going to the floor for the Hellgate Knights, and he had to take time out to stitch up an eye. Near side Lincoln for the Rams. He'll give it off to Hollenbeck. 3:30 left in the game. Hollenbeck, we get a whistle, and Peterson's going to be called for the foul. It's on the floor. That'll be 3 for Peterson. That'll be 5 for the Falcons, 7 for the Rams. 3:32 left. Hollenbeck now with it on the inbound. Peterson comes out to meet him. They'll go to Lincoln on the far side. Lincoln can dribble, and he will. He'll drive in, and he'll draw the foul. They're going to say offensive foul against Lincoln. No. Zeiler will pick up the foul. That'll be his third. So the Rams to inbound underneath their own basket to the left of us. 3:24 left in the game. McElroy can't handle the inbound pass. Stropel lands on McElroy, pushed up court, out of bounds, and the Rams will get it. .319 left in the game. Hollenbeck to bring it up right to left. Peterson waits for him at half court on the circle. Hollenbeck crosses on the circle. Peterson is there. Hands out. Goes to Twite on the far side. Back to Hollenbeck. He'll drive in. Near side Lincoln. Lincoln gets a screen from Hollenbeck. Goes to Twite on the far side. Twite to Hollenbeck. He'll get the screen from Twite. Twite will get the ball at the top. Twite drives in. Now to Lincoln on the far side. He'll dribble to the near side, gives it off to Hollenbeck. 2:50 left in the game. Hollenbeck will drive in, Euro step, and he'll draw the foul. High five from Joe Mack to Hollenbeck. And Zeiler will pick up his fourth. Hollenbeck to the line. He was 3 for 3 in the first half. He'll shoot 2 now. First one's in the air. That one slips in. Hollenbeck can give the Rams their biggest lead of the night with this free throw. Here's the shot. That one slips in. Rams lead 53-42, and DeGroot says, we need to talk about it, boys. We'll step aside for 30 seconds on Fox Sports, 1340 KYLT, and the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
A lot of insurance companies will advertise, we're from around here. But then when you need to change your policy or file a claim, you wait, sitting on hold. At Payne West Insurance, help is just around the corner. You see, our colleagues live and work here, so we know where you're coming from. Probably a few doors down from us. You get understanding, peace of mind, and a true friend. Visit our local Payne West office or find an agent at PayneWest.com.
Welcome back to Fox Sports 1340 KYLT. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network and Fox Sports Radio as we have coverage of Loyola basketball. Boys first, the Rams lead 53-42 over the Falcons. Rams weren't able to pull the lead away until the third quarter, and they've clawed their way and stayed ahead of the Falcons. We'll have the girls up 20 minutes after this game finishes up. On the doubleheader. Out of the timeout, Florence will have the ball. Inbound to the left of us. Peterson will bring it up left to right. 2:44 left in the game. Peterson comes to the near side, hands it off to Zach Christopherson to Zeiler. Zeiler picks up a screen. Peterson, far side, thought about the three, but Twite closed very quickly. Near side, Zeiler's going to take the three. That one's got good backspin, but Hollenbeck comes down with a rebound. Hollenbeck will take his time, crosses half court, goes to Twite on the far side, picked up by Zach Christopherson. Comes to Lincoln on the near side. Lincoln gets a screen by Twite. They go to Hollenbeck. 2:14 left. Hollenbeck dribbles around at the top. Crosses over. Now Twite. Twite will drive in, free throw line, goes to Lincoln at the top. Lincoln, he'll turn, spins, bounce pass to Twite. Lincoln on the give and go will get a foul and one. Jack Lincoln putting in work. And this one is going to go against Zach Christopherson. It'll be his third. Jack Lincoln for the old school three-point play. First shot will slide home. Biggest lead by either team of the night. 56-42 Rams. 1:55 left in the game. Peterson crosses half court on the Falcon. He'll stop at the top, comes near side to Stropel. Back to Peterson at the top. He'll stop, pops the three off the front of the rim. Racing forward is Zeiler. He'll come up with it. Zeiler's going to drive in. Euro step around McElroy and gets the shot to go. Twite now comes to Lincoln, and we get a foul. This is going to be offensive against Jack Lincoln. That'll be 4 for him. Burns will come in, and Lincoln will have a seat. So Lincoln, Kopang, and McElroy with 4 apiece for the Rams. 1:25 left in the game. Zach Christofferson to inbound. Coach Stack, calming Lincoln down. Stropel, catch and shoot, long distance. He'll hit the very long 3 from the far side. Makes it 56-47 with 73 seconds left in the game. Burns with it. He's got Stropel right there. Stropel poking at it, out of bounds, and he'll stay with the Rams. Intensity, folks. There's no better drama. And DeGroot says, I want a timeout. We'll take a 30-second timeout. Back in 30 seconds on 1340 KYLT and the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Looking for someone to capture your next event on film? Look no further than Newman Photos. From doing senior pictures to sports action photography, John can capture your moments in time. John has experience shooting sports events from high school to professional, and seeing excitement in his clients' eyes and hearing the wows from his clients is what drives his passion in capturing the moment and its memories for them. Give John a call today at 501-607-0558 to book your appointment. Newman Photography is a proud sponsor of Loyola Athletics.
Welcome back to Florence, Montana. Chris Stratton for 1340 KYLT and the Missoula Prep Sports Network, as we've got a good one here. 68 seconds left in the game, and the Rams lead the Falcons 56-47. Rams to inbound. Kopang on the far side. They'll get it into Twite, who's covered up for the double team. Kopang, Hollenbeck saves it from going out of bounds. We get a whistle, and Stropel will pick up the foul to put Hollenbeck at the line at the bonus. And that'll be the third one for Brent Stropel. The Breakers, the girls, they're pushing in here, watching the Rams. Hollenbeck at the line. First one is in the air, and he'll slam that one home. Shouldn't say slam, rattle. Don't want to confuse people at the free throw line. Official says 1, bounces it back to Hollenbeck. Sets his left foot, now the shot's in the air, off the front of the rim, and Stropel will come down with a rebound. He'll push left to right, near side, crossing half court. Gives it off to Zach Christofferson at the top. He wasn't ready for the pass. Peterson is, though. Peterson goes to Zeiler on the far side. 52 seconds. Peterson with the fadeaway shot. Hollenbeck with a rebound, pushes it far side, and Stropel comes up with it. Stropel on the far baseline. He'll shoot. Shot goes, and McElroy will be called for the foul. Joe McElroy will officially now foul out with 44 seconds left in the game. And Stropel will go to the line for the bonus. First one no good. We get a lane violation, and the Rams will get it back. 57-49 Rams. 44.7 seconds left in the game. Twite to inbound. Burns goes to the floor. Hollenbeck will get the inbound. We get a whistle, and Burns is going to be called. Nope, they're going to call Stropel for it as he tied up Burns. That'll be 4 for Stropel, and that will put Charles Burns at the line. First one for Burns. Drops in. He'll set his feet. Second one is in the air. That one will fall. 59-49 Rams. 38 seconds left. Peterson behind his back. He'll drive in near side. Picks up his dribble. Zeiler, he'll get Bell in the air and get the shot to go. 6 points for Zeiler in that quarter. Hollenbeck, cross up court, Bell with it in the near corner. Bounce pass to Hollenbeck. We get a whistle as Peterson ties up Hollenbeck. That'll be 4 for Peterson. And Jacob Hollenbeck will go back to the line. They say 2 is it's the double bonus. 10 for the Falcons, 9 for the Rams. Here's the first one. That one will slip in. Sets his feet for the second. Shots in the air. That one off the front of the rim, and Stropel will come down with it. Pushing up left to right, crosses court on the near side. He'll stop. Hollenbeck with a poke at it. Now Kopang. Dylan Christofferson, far side, three-pointer, rims off. Bell comes down with a rebound. He'll get it out to Burns. Burns gets tied up by Stropel. And this should be Stropel's last foul. And that'll bring in Hotzenpiller. And the official says, everybody on the Ram half of the court, the official says we need 2 white jerseys down here to stand on the line. They're going to let Burns just shoot. First one for Burns, off the front of the rim. You know, that'll kind of mess with the shooter going to the free throw line if there's nobody there. I know it probably doesn't make sense, but you kind of get that comfort zone. The second one will drop in for Burns. He'll make it 61-51 with 5 seconds. Zeller off the back of the rim. It goes in, and that will be game. Zeiler finishes with 8 points. The Rams get the win, 61-53. Just a real brief post game here. Looking things over here. Jack Lincoln, he would have, looks like 21 points unofficially, just looking things over here. Hollenbeck, he'll have 15 points unofficially here, just looking things over very quickly. For the Falcons, looking at things very quickly, Zeiler, he'll finish with 16 points unofficially for the Falcons. So the Rams come from behind and get the win, 61-53. We're going to step aside, and when we come back, we will have game number 2 between the Breakers and the Falcons. We'll be back on Fox Sports.